This is your girl Janelle, and you are tuned into the Creatives Corner. We are back with another dope episode with my sis. She's dope, y'all. She's multi-talented, okay? My sis, Taija Dawn. How you doing?
Hey, girl. I'm good. It's hot outside, but we in the air.
Right? Hello? My air conditioner is blasting right now, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'm in the car. Air is on. Air is on.
On high. Not low, but high.
Top notch.
No, for real. But thank you so much for joining on with me. I wanted to get you on here because, I had the actors, the singers, the comedians, but not a publicist. Because a creative is in all forms. And, some people try to limit it to just entertainment and resource of film, acting, music. But it takes everybody, and anybody who dedicates themselves to a craft is a creative to me. Mm-hmm. And a publicist is necessary, especially in this business. So I thought I wanted to get you on just to hear your journey and your story, because you do have a story. And I feel like a lot of people who don't know what they want to do right in life, or just trying to figure it out, I feel like your story could give them clarity to say, hey, maybe that's what I've been trying to do this whole time. So I wanted to bring you on. But first, I would like you to tell us a little bit about yourself, nice little bio.
All right. Okay, so my name is Taija Dawn. I am a 26-year-old mother, entrepreneur, publicist. I think that's it. That's it. Oh, student. That too. So I started out on the creative scene around, I want to say about 2012, 2013. I started out as a blogger, so I did a lot of blogging, just like different music scenes, concerts, et cetera, but everything was like, it was all local, so everything was local to Philadelphia. So I kind of stuck to my roots of, I want to work with the people who I'm like on the same level with, so we can progress to get to that point. So started off as a blogger, became a mom in 2015. I started mommy blogging, and then after that, I realized that I didn't want to just be a blogger. That wasn't something that I only wanted to do. So I had a photographer friend who I pretty much was kind of doing bookings for. I guess you could say that. I was kind of just doing bookings for him. So I was acting as a manager and publicist at the same time, but it was not intentional. I didn't even know what a publicist was at the time. I'm just like, listen, you're my friend, you're creative, you're dope. Let's get you out there. Let's get you into these scenes and stuff like that, yada. So when I started doing that, he was like, you know that you're acting as a publicist, right? And I was like, well, what is that? And he was just like, look it up. And I'm like, all right, cool. Looked it up, and I'm like, dang, you're right. So the more that I taught myself about it, the more that I kind of just self-educated myself. YouTube University, Google University, PR mentors, different types of resources. I started to grow more in love with being a publicist. So now that I am one, so I've been doing PR since about 2017, so 3 years now. Well, 3 years in November. Yeah, girl. Woo woo. I should have a celebration. But so I've been a publicist for 3 years now. The journey has been nothing less than great. It's extremely hard, it's challenging, but at the same time it's worth it. If you put the work in, it is worth it. So yeah. So now I work with a PR agency as well as having my own clients and yada.
Well, okay. Like I told y'all, she a boss.
I'm freaking up.
No, but like you said a couple times, like you didn't even know what a publicist was. So tell the people watching, what is a publicist and what exactly do y'all do?
So a publicist, we are the ones who pretty much communicate your story. So for example, right now I have a client who does beauty. She is when I say amazing at what she does, like she creates hair products. And if she has a story, I'm going to make sure that it's put out there to the right publications. I'm going to make sure that I'm building relationships prior to having these clients to make sure that when I do reach out to these publications, I already have a connection. I already have a relationship with the people that are in that industry and that are in that company. So what we pretty much do is we tell your story. Like, we're the ones who are the storytellers. We're the ones who get the message out in a positive light to make sure that anytime that your name is spoken, it's spoken in a positive manner. What was the second part of the question? I'm sorry.
Well, what was the publicist and what is it that you do? Like, so you're
I guess I kind of wrapped it up.
You did. So, you said that you're a publicist, but first you were a blogger. So what was it about blogging? Like, how did you get into blogging? I know you said that, your friend got you from blogging to, being a publicist, but first of all, what inspired you to become a blogger at first?
So what did inspire me to become a blogger? I have so many creative friends. I have so many friends who are in the music and fashion industry, who are rappers, who are artists. Not even just like artists as like music wise, but like artists like painters, drawers, all of that. So being able to being able to just like come out, support them, but also give them a platform to where as though they can hold it up, like they can see, like they can hold it up, you know what I mean? Like, this is something they're like, hey, like I'm somewhere, I'm on a publication. So I think that's kind of how I funneled into PR as well, because it wasn't me creating the platform anymore, it was me getting them on that platform.
Okay.
So yeah, so blogging, it was fun. So I guess I just wanted to be like, dang, like my friends are doing some great stuff, so
right,
why not put them on a platform? Let's show the world, or show the people in my world anyway.
Hello, look, it kind of like you did blogging, I'm doing interview sessions. I feel like there's so many dope people, and just to know their story, how they got there, and, if I could highlight that for 30 to 40 minutes, why not? Because it's just like, we have so many amazing people, especially in Philadelphia alone, that it humbles me to be able to have people like you on here and to just tell your story, because you are impacting someone somewhere, so it's always good to have somebody tell their story. So you went from blogging to publicist, but let's go, before we even go all the way into that, right? Some people believe that, once they miss it in college, that like you just miss an opportunity. Everybody thinks that there is a timestamp on when you do things in life. You waited until you were about 23, 24, 25.
Yeah, I was like 20, 23, yeah. I was like 23.
To do that. And then you even became a mother in the middle of that. So one, tell us, how did you feel, or in the sense, like, how was that journey gathering, like jumping into publicists and dealing with motherhood on top of that, within that realm? Like, I know it has to be hard to balance, but I know it's rewarding. So I would like to hear what you have.
It is still the most challenging thing that I have faced ever in life. And I say that because being a mom, especially a Black mom, it is very challenging to a Black mom of a Black son, it's very challenging to try to still keep your sanity, still work as hard, but still be very present for your child. And I still struggle with it every day. Like, sometimes I kick myself to, like, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm putting work before my son. I'm putting this before my son. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I have to bring it back and be like, you're doing this for your son. You are doing this so that you are so that you're not in the same position that you're in right now in a couple of years. So the journey is extremely hard. Motherhood itself is hard. So just adding on top of adding on there, like, entrepreneurship and like working with, like, still being an employee and student at the same time is really hard. So the journey right now is definitely not over. There are times where I've literally had to get on SEPTA, because at the time I did not have a car. So I had to get on SEPTA from Alany all the way to West Philly to go get my son, then go to CCP to go to school, and then come back home to West Philly. It was like, it's a whole lot, but it's worth it. I feel like it's worth it, and it's going to be worth it in a very, very, very long run.
Well, I mean, you definitely you're creating a name for yourself. You know, like right now, you can always see when somebody recreates their brand and that their brand really highlights who they are, and you can see the journey in itself. So there's different tiers that everybody has when it comes to building what they want, and you basically are in the process of switching from going through the trenches to actually seeing your work going to fruition. So what are some, like, I want to say, you say you had the traveling was crazy. What is like one hardship that you can share with others that you feel like you've overcame in this journey?
I feel like I've overcome, dang, that's a really good question. I think I've overcome my selfishness, because before becoming a mom, it was me. So that's all I thought about was, how am I going to do this for me? How am I going to do this for me? And now it's more of a, how am I going to do this for us? How can I strategically plan this out and work it out to where as though I'm making sure that it's not just for me, it is now for my son. So when it comes down to just like, just being an entrepreneur and making things for yourself, I have now been put in a position, I'm like, okay, this is not just my name on it, this is his name on it too, because he is an extension of me. So I think that was one of the biggest hardships because I was a very selfish person at one point in my life, and having my son was probably the eye opener of, ma'am, pull it back.
Right.
This ain't about you no more. So that was definitely my biggest hardship. Yeah.
Well, that's good, because you got a lot of mothers out there that are thinking like, oh, I have a child, I can't chase my dreams. I have a child, I gotta like kind of like stop or substitute my dreams for that child. But in a sense, you can have your child fight for him or her as well as chase your dreams in likeness of, that child is your motivation.
Exactly.
So what do you see? You got your son. I always call him son. Do you see your son currently, like, do you see him in what you're doing now? Do you see him in any form of creative field, or does he has anything now that pops your eye?
I don't think so. Like Zayd, he's a very he's into like engineering stuff, like engineering and trains and cars, and for him to only all right now make mother proud. But with Zayd, he's into like trains and cars and buses and stuff. So I think with him, I honestly feel like he's going to be an engineer, an entrepreneur. Praying for entrepreneur, y'all. Praying. I think he's going to be an engineer. So that is pretty creative to me, like using your hands, you building stuff. I feel like that's where he's going to go, but I do not think he's going to get in the public relations field, because he's a lot like his dad. He is not a social person. He's not the person to be all up in your face. He's a very friendly person, but after 5 minutes, he's like, we out. Social battery is done.
Well, I mean, like I said, make that money, because it goes in it's a lot of schooling. It's a lot of like, in the sense of like, to actually be there. So do you feel like you'll push your child to go back, like get their education? Because I know sometimes when we're dealing with entrepreneurs, sometimes they believe that, you don't have to go to school. I feel like when it comes to schooling is nothing but discipline. And if you feel like you're not going to discipline yourself on your own in whatever area that you want to grow in, then schooling is necessary for you. But, we're millennial children. So do you feel like you'll push, not push, but encourage, your son to go to school or go to college, or just, fight the full entrepreneurship?
I would definitely encourage him to go to college by all means. Like it wouldn't be something that I would deter him from. Like if he was to tell me like, Mom, like I want to go to college, like I don't want to start a business, like this is what I want to do, by all means do so. I'm a very free-spirited parent. So I look at our journey, like me and Zayd's journey, as literally a journey. Like we are learning each other, we are growing with each other, we are figuring this thing out together. So if he was to tell me, hey, I want to go to school, all right, go to school. I want to start a business. all right, let's start a business. So I think with parenting with me, it's more of a, how can I put this? It's more of a learning experience more than anything. Because I feel like a lot of parents, they become parents and they're just like, no, I am the end all be all. And it's me, in my opinion, I don't feel like it's like that. I feel like, no, there's a whole lot that I have to learn and there's a whole lot that he has to learn. And if it comes down to it and he's just like, I don't like how you did all this. I don't like how you did business and stuff. I don't want to get on business. I want to go ahead and go to school. Hey, by all means, go to school. Not mad at you.
Well, I mean, because, you know, like you said, you took that CCP route and, you know, you jumped back into school in itself, because, you know, this girl's educated, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, she's like that.
Thank you.
No problem. But you jumped back into school. So, you know, I just wanted to touch on that because entrepreneurship is kind of like a two-sided coin, especially with being a publicist. A lot of people go to college to be a publicist, you know, to go in that world. And you started outside that world and decided that you needed to step back into the educational realm to learn more. So how was that journey for you, you know, bouncing back into schooling, in a sense? Because I know you're a mother, you're a student, and you're a publicist. So that's so how was that? How was that mindset that made you, you know, go, okay, let me go back?
It's been a very long journey with this school stuff. Because I have been like, I'm gonna start school, I'm gonna stop school, I'm gonna start school. It's been a back and forth journey. I'm not even going to tell y'all how many times I have literally bounced back and forth and out of school.
I mean, but tell them if you're transparent enough to say it, because there's a lot of people that out there.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. A lot of people need to hear this because I feel like I would need to hear this if I was on the other end. But I have literally been back and forth in the school probably like 4 times. It had to have been like 4 times. And it's because I'm the kind of person, like, I'll get this big surge of energy, like, oh, like, let me go ahead and do it. This is what I'm passionate about. This is what I'm going to do. And then I'm reminded, like, yo, this workload is extremely, like, it's extremely big. And I don't factor in sometimes, like, Taija, you have a lot of other stuff going on. So jumping back and forth in the school, if you gotta do it, do it. But if you don't have to do it, don't do it. Me personally, me getting back into school this year was probably like the biggest thing that I've done, and probably one of the best things that I've done so far. So I'm in school now, but I'm a double major. So before, yes. So before it was just for communications, and now I'm going for communications and African American studies. So it's hard. It's very hard because I have a very, very heavy workload. But the journey of it was definitely, it was necessary. I feel like it was definitely necessary because it opened my eyes to what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses when it comes down to discipline, when it comes down to schooling, when it comes down to actually getting work done. So it has literally taught me, if you're going to do this, you have to do it and you have to follow through with it. And I have now been like really like disciplining myself to be like, Taija, now if you start something, you have to finish it. So now I'm in school. I started it. I have to finish it. This is the last straw I'm giving myself. This is the last straw. So yes. My brother is over here trying to hop into get on my nerves.
No, I just look, because the only reason I said that is because, you know, like, it's a lot of people out there that think, you know, oh, I missed it. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, I was the type of person, once I went to college, that was it. If I ain't gonna get this thing now, I ain't gonna get it. And I'm the type I'm going back. I'm trying to go back for my master's. I'm not trying. I'm going to go back for my master's, but only in what I want.
You're going to go back for your master's.
But it was just because I felt like if I'm gonna go get my master's, it has to be something that I truly love. I'm not wasting no extra dollars, no extra loans on something.
It's the loans.
That's not going to you know, benefit my future. So my goal is to go back and do my master's in theater and film. So, you know, but people think like, okay, well, you know, I'm 26. like that college portion has ended in me, but it hasn't. There's no age limit to start anything.
There was no age limit for school. There was no age limit for school. That was my biggest thing too. I was extremely nervous to even start school initially because I didn't go right after high school. And I felt like I'm gonna be old in school. Like people are gonna be looking at me like, oh my God, she's 20 something, 30 something, graduating college, yada yada yada. It is not about them. This is about your journey.
Yep.
This is about you. This is a goal that you have to reach. My mom just recently got her degree, her business degree, about, what was that, 3-4 years ago?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
Get out. God, man. Get out. Doing the interview. Get out. I hate you. Both of my older brothers, they have been doing this to me my entire freaking life, torturing me.
Don't worry, I have 2 older brothers too, so I know exactly what I know.
Okay, 10 and 11 years apart.
Mine's 7 and 18. 7 and 18 years apart, so that's they irritate me and they act like they 2 years apart. But
okay, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
But no, look. That's really what it's all about. It's just starting something and sticking to it and pushing yourself. You know, like it's never too late. Your age does not matter, and 9 times out of 10, people in school respect you anyway because you know you're coming in at a later time. All the people that I was cool with in college, they were like 30, 40. What? I had a friend named John. John, if you watching this, you were so great. Okay,
you were so great.
He just came in there and just I loved John, okay? That was my homie.
Okay.
And he was in my communication classes right with me, okay? Study group projects. I'm trying to tell you.
We're going to get through this together.
Hello? There is no age limit to start. There is no age limit to start. If you are 55 and over here and saying, you know what, I want to be a publicist, start. Start.
You can start a job anytime you want. You can start in school anytime you want.
Exactly. And that's in every area of life. You want to be a publicist, you want to be an actor, you want to be a singer, you want to be especially in acting, like the older lady on on Black Panther.
No, we're going to name the movie Wakanda because that's what we all remember is Wakanda. Like Black Panther who? We came for Wakanda.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, that guy.
But yeah, she started at like 70, 80 years old, and now this woman is flourishing. So definitely don't set an age bracket for yourself, and don't set yourself to a limitation because the only person who limits you is you.
Do not set a chronological clock on yourself. Don't.
Always good to plan, but if that plan does not work out, that's okay. And if that plan takes some rocks and bumps and rolls, because schooling for you is your goal.
Yep.
It went like this.
It literally.
Like
that Joe was like, oh, you think you about to start school? Oh, all right, bet. Let's throw a baby in there. Oh, you think you about to start school? Oh, all right, bet. Let's throw a job in there where you working 12-hour shifts. Oh, you about to start school. It was insane. It was like everything that could happen.
Yeah. But you're there and you're finishing that race, and that is all that matters. So, you know, you're mommy, college student, and publicist right now.
Oh, Lord.
So, you know, if you ever think you're in need of a publicist, and you're in the Philadelphia area or the tri-state area.
Actually, I do. I can do work all over.
All over. I limited her to the tri-state area. If you're in the United States as well as overseas.
If you can speak English, you need a publicist.
And you're looking for somebody, there she goes.
I know what my
Yo. Oh, this is my sister, y'all. We
Lord.
So lastly, as a publicist, why is it important to have one?
It is important to have a publicist, first of all, because I'm gonna say this like for celebrities right now. I'm gonna say this for celebrities. I'm gonna go into like just regular PR work. Celebrities, if you are a celebrity and you are watching this and you don't have a publicist, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should, I'm trying to keep a serious face and they work. You should be ashamed of yourself. Why damage control? Okay? Because when something blow up and this media gets a hold of it, that's it. You ain't got a publicist to back you up, to write your story, to correct the wrongs of either you or whoever's telling your story wrong.
Or just even show who you are as a person in your brand.
Exactly. That too, exactly. It's like you do not want to have anything negative attached to you. And if you do have something negative attached to you, you want it to be for a split second. That's it. You want it to be for a split second. Let your publicist handle it. That's one of the main reasons for celebrities. In general, though, it's good to have a publicist because it's always good to have somebody who has connections in places that you do not. So, for example, one of my beauty clients, she doesn't know who I have connections with. I can get her placement on let's say if I had a connection at Essence, I can get her placement at Essence, and she's looking at me like, you're just a little publicist from Philly. Yeah, but I know these people. I built relationships with these people. Y'all don't really have the time to do that. You know what I mean? When you're running a brand, you're running a business, you're trying to get all the nicks and necks and all the details down to a T. You need somebody who is going to put you in a position that is going to just drop my phone. You need somebody who is going to put you in a position to where as though you're actually getting business from what you're putting, from the work that you're putting in. You want it to be on a platform that people are going to start that people are getting to real quick. That draws a lot of traffic. For example, all of this COVID stuff, especially what happened with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Elijah McClain, this right here for Black businesses is the perfect time to start a business. You got a business idea? Start it now. Get yourself a publicist, a freelance publicist, because the agencies are very, very, very expensive. I'm going to let you know that right now. They're expensive. Get you a freelance publicist that has good connections to get you in higher places, because you do not want to stay a small business forever, and you will not stay a small business forever. Your little business is going to turn to a big business, and you want your story to be told properly from beginning to the end. So that's very important to have publicists. That's why.
So, like I said, if you speak English and you're in the UK or in Asia or in the United States or even Mexico, just
tap in. Tap in.
Go get my girl, okay? She'll work anywhere, as long as the dough is right. And
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry, I don't negotiate prices either.
Well, we got to get out of that habit of trying to negotiate a price. The price is a price. You pay for what you get the result. So.
Yeah, because I used to be a people pleaser. Now I'm a pocket pleaser.
No.
My pockets.
People pleasing does not get you anywhere.
All right. Please the pockets and the work will come.
Yeah.
All right.
You people please it's not going to get you anywhere. In essence, you may think that you're going somewhere in life, but as long as it holds you here, you're not going to get anywhere, because you could be in the areas that you really desire to be on, but if your heart and mind not right, because you're too busy people pleasing, you're not there, you won't be able to enjoy it. So
speak on it. Okay.
That's preaching for another time. All right. But no, I do want to thank you. We are actually already wrapping up. I told you, it feels so quick. Like you just blink.
It really does feel quick.
It goes. It really goes. But I end with a game because I like to have fun. We're still in quarantine, even though people are out there doing whatever they feel like doing. So we still want to bring good spirits. It's just a lot going on, especially for people of color right now. So I like to end with a game.
Ooh, let's get it.
I like school. I got my game right here.
I'm cracking up. It's let's do an icebreaker, Dawn.
Right. Only I do it at the
I can imagine you as a teacher, guys, come on. We have an icebreaker game. We have an after lunch break game.
I can't be a teacher. Kids love me, but I don't know why I just can't do it. I was a really good instructor, though.
Child, I was a teacher for all the 10 minutes.
I did a whole summer camp art and acting, and it was fun. They loved me, but that's not my calling. So
I felt that.
yeah, for real. So I'm gonna end with this game. It's this or that.
Okay.
All right. So you gotta make very sharp. You can't give it no time. You can't think. Right off of what comes right in your mind, right then and there.
All right, that. All right, don't
All
think,
right.
Tay, don't think. All right.
This or that. Tote bag or clutch.
Tote bag.
Catch flights or catch feelings.
Catch a flight, baby girl. Even though I'm catching feelings, but
So you catch flight and catch feelings.
I catch flights, and then I come back for the feelings.
Okay. Dress me up or dress me down.
Dress me down, sweatpants me, sneakers me, big t-shirt me. You know.
You see me.
Okay.
Iced out or keep it simple.
Ice me out. Ice me out.
Mimosas and brunch or turn up with tequila.
Oh, mimosas, baby, because I love being wine drunk.
That's a whole different type of feeling.
It's a different kind of drunk. It's such a vibe. It's just like a.
You ever had a Henny mimosa?
Child, it's the devil. All right, it's the devil.
For any of you out there that do not know what a Henny mimosa is, try it. I promise you.
Just try it. That's all.
You'll have stories. Anyhow,
just try it. You'll have stories for the next morning.
For real. Poolside or the beach?
Ooh, the beach.
See, I can't do all that sand. I'd rather be poolside.
I love the beach.
Book in hand or audiobook?
Book in hand. I don't know what it is about the pages. It has to be something tangible. Like I have to feel it. I have to feel the work that this author put into this book. You know.
I like it because I gotta have a little book cover thing to just slide near and go back to my chair.
It's the little stuff that matters. Like
right.
My books are literally like right on top of my bed, and I'm just like, oh,
hello.
So cute.
Old school or new school?
Ooh, old school.
Lil' Kim and Nicki.
Lil' Kim. Period.
Love Jones or Queen and Slim?
Love Jones. Gotta go with the classic.
Young Omar Epps or Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, Omar Epps. I love me some chocolate.
1995 or 2005?
I'm gonna say 2005 because my childhood was lit. I feel like everybody born in the 90s had a lit childhood. 95, I was like one.
I definitely did.
2005.
I had fun. If there was one place in the world you would want to be right now, where would it be?
Bali.
Okay. Ooh, wow. Okay, that thing set. Ooh.
I know that came out quick, didn't it? Ma'am, listen, I'm over here planning international flights right now.
Hello? Like post-COVID, they don't even know. I'm about to start it.
Post-COVID, baby, my money is waiting. I am waiting to walk down the aisle of an airplane. That's all I want. That's all I want. I'm
waiting to walk down the aisle of an airplane. I got to use that one right there.
Listen, take it if you need to.
If you could work with one person right now, who would it be?
Oh my goodness. Sweetie. Okay. I love her.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not into entertainment PR, but I absolutely love her.
Oh, her. Yeah, I love her energy. She's really fun to watch.
Everything. And she's a Cancer.
Okay, yeah. I love them Cancer, so y'all good. And what is your dream hometown?
Los Angeles.
I'm right there with you, sis.
And it's between Los Angeles, but if I fly out of the country, baby girl, we going to Ghana. I'm out.
Okay. And you can do dual citizenship. We'll be all right.
Okay, listen, I'm finna start Googling how to gain citizenship in Ghana.
Hello?
In 3 months.
Hello? Because the way it's looking out here.
Okay, I'm like, what amount of money do you need? I'll give it to you.
Hello? I'm sorry, you want me to take out a loan? What you say?
Okay, I'm like, how much of a loan? $20,000? Oh, no problem.
No problem. Ain't no problem.
You know, listen, I'm out.
Well, thank you so much for doing my game.
You're welcome. This was fun. I like this. I like the game, especially at the end. I'm like, ooh, fancy.
It gets you good. It keeps the energy going. It keeps you positive.
Yes.
This is a positive forum. I'm a positive person. Everybody who knows me knows that. I'm very.
These are the facts. We grew up together, guys. These are the facts.
Never change that in my spirit. Never change, because I believe there's so much going on in the world right now. We need that positive light. And if I can shed that in any way, form, or fashion, I will do so. And that means also for the people that I interview, I would love to leave a smile on your face. So, and there it go. Ooh! But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. This was exciting.
I'm glad.
This is new for me because I don't usually do interviews. So I'm usually one like getting people interviewed.
Exactly. That's why I had to pull you aside for and get in your brain for the people, because people just don't know about publicists or what they do. It's something good to have.
Don't. You're
but
right.
Tell people where they can find you on social media.
You can find me on social media on Instagram and Facebook as well at Taija Dawn PR. So it is TAIJADAWN PR. Yes, and you can go on my website www.taijadawn.co. And yeah, that's it. That's all. Those are all my platforms.
Well, all right. Well, you heard it here. If you're interested in being a publicist, go hit up my sis and get some mentoring guidance. If you're looking for a publicist, go hit up my sis and get that checked out right now. And if you're the type of person that's contemplating what you want to do because everything is stopping you in the world, ain't nobody stopping you but yourself. Go ahead and do it, okay?
Do it.
Thank you again for tuning into the Creatives Corner. That's Taija, and I'm Janelle, and we will tune in later. Peace, y'all.
Peace and hair grease.
Right.